Yo, I just had a quick call with my business partner and we looked at the revenue that we did this week and it's absolutely crazy. Okay, but before we get into the actual revenue, what we did this week, it might be on the title already. I want to let you guys know to seek ye first the kingdom of God. There's a quick story that I'm going to tell you guys. My business partner and I, when we just started this business, we had a conversation and it was just like, it was a very heartfelt conversation. We're like, why is God have us in the situations that we are in? Like, we were both in some very deep situations. It wasn't even the best. Like, I went on a 60-day lock-in plan, like no water, not no water, no juice. I only drink water, no sugar products, no fat. I was on no social media. I was reading a book every single day. I was journaling. I was in the gym every single, I had completely changed my entire life because the situation I was in. And guys, the main point about that is be wary of women. That was a situation was in. Business partner, other situation, but we were both in super bad situations mentally, and we were having this conversation, and it was like, okay, why does God have us in this situation? Why are we financially not where we want to be? We've been in this game for so long. Like, he dropped out when he was in like 17, 16. Like, I remember him young when he dropped out, and I dropped out when I was like 17 also. So we both dropped out. We both weren't making the money that we had planned to be making at that time. We both personal issues, family issues, women issues, whatever the case may be. And we were speaking, and it was like, I felt it, and I literally was like, yo, man, I know God has something for this company. Like, what we're building, I know he does. I know he's going to allow it to work. We spoke about the story of Job and all that stuff. And what I'm here to tell you guys is God is a miracle working God. Like, I made a video last week, and you guys saw how much we did last week. We did $35,000 last week. Look what we did this week. It hasn't even been entire. Like, look at it weekly. 14,375. That's after, again, fees. So let's look up before fees. If we went on the last 7 days, $16,260. Last 7 days. Again, let's do month to date. It doesn't change. Month to date, last 7 days. And guys, keep in mind, it hasn't even been 7 days inside this month. It's been 6 days. Also, keep in mind that if we look on a daily basis, Monday we had issues getting everything set up. So this is all Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We didn't hit below $3,000 in revenue any one of those days. Same team, same overhead, and that's the numbers we get. Like, it is, like we were speaking about, and I'm trying not to let it get to my head, but it is absolute. Like, we did half of last month's revenue in the first 6 days of this month. Half of last month. We did all of April's revenue in the first 6 days of this month. Absolutely crazy. 0 disputes. So it's crazy when you think about it. I spoke to my mentor. I can't say business partner. I spoke to my mentor, and he was like, yo, bro, don't put your head in it. Don't think about it too deep. Keep your head down. Keep on grinding. Don't let it go to your head. So I'm not even letting it get to my head. Put that money away. I'm not even looking at it. I'm just grinding every single day. And thinking about ways to scale. Thinking about operating procedures and just becoming a better sales manager, because that's really my job, but CEO also. So that's how I wanted to start this video. The next thing is going over different things that went on this week. So number one, we did 16,000 revenue. We closed a little bit over 10 clients. I'm not sure. I didn't track that. So that's another part of being a better sales manager. We launched ads. So I know I mentioned that we were going to launch ads. The issue with launching the ads was that it started very good. Like, last Friday we launched it. We closed the 2 deals. Then Monday we closed 2 deals from ads, but we had 8 appointments. A lot of people didn't show. Tuesday we closed like 2 deals. It was slow, and then it went like 0. So we stopped getting any appointments from ads, so we had to redo that. But that's one of the issues that we have. Another issue, now, anyone that can help me with this, who's better at business and has any advice, I have one sales guy who closed like 9 deals this week, and I have another sales guy that closed 1 in 2 weeks. Thinking of letting this one go. Not sure. I'm not sure why he's not closing. I go on his calls sound very well. Sounds like my calls. Sounds even better, in my opinion, than the initial guy, but he's not getting as many closes. I think it's the input. He's not calling enough people. And I track the calls, and he's doing around the same amount of numbers. But that's one thing. if you guys have any input on that, you guys could message me on Instagram, Ruben Z Frederick that's that Instagram, and then you guys could also comment if you guys are beyond that level and know why some sales guy outperform and what to do about that. I'm not sure if I necessarily want to fire him, but that might be the next train of thought if we can't get him to get better. So we have 3 sales guys, one with 9 deals, one with like 5 deals, and another one with 1 deal. So getting better at sales managing, that's one of the things that we need to do. Churn. Our churn was pretty high this week. I mean, it was less than the amount of people we closed, so that's pretty good, but it was pretty high this week. And one of the reasons is because our sales guys are overselling the product. So they're like, hey, you guys can close like 3 out of 10 leads or something crazy. Like, that's not irrational to close 3 out of 10 leads, but telling them to the prospect instead of having the prospect know that, hey, this is going to be leads, you need to understand that you need to work your leads. I think that messes up because people would get 3 leads and be like, hey, none of these leads answered, or they'll get 3 leads and be like, all these leads, like one person was looking for a repair and not a replacement, and they're going to churn for that. So creating hard expectations on the sales call, and then also reiterating that on the onboarding call with our CSM, and then also reiterating that on the documents, which I made a video that's an onboarding video that they need to watch before that. And what I'm thinking of, I didn't speak to my business partner about it, but the thought just came in my mind, is to make it a requirement to watch that video before we even launch the campaign, so that they have the right mindset, because we're losing people over the dumbest reasons, literally the dumbest reasons. So working on decreasing our churn by setting better expectations with clients and having our CSM build better relationships with the clients. We have like about 50 clients and 1 CSM, so she's managing a lot, but I think it is possible that we could have better relationships and then also create better systems for the clients so that they know, hey, this is what I need to do. This is the text follow-up sequence. I need to text the leads when they come in, all that stuff. How many times I need to call the leads, X, Y, and Z. So that's one of the things. Another thing was team appreciation. This week, guys, and it made me smile more than checking the numbers, like the money we made, was my employees saying, Ruben, you helped me get my kid in school. Ruben, you helped me get my kid a birthday present. You helped me get medicine. You helped me be able to pay light bill. Like, I had all my employees, each one of them, or not on the sales side, but each one of them on the operation side, wrote me something. I don't know if the head VA told them to do that, but they all wrote me something in great appreciation to me and my business partner, Chris. And that had me, like, you guys can see me smiling now. Like, that had me smiling so much. I posted that on my Instagram, and to this day, like, if we made $5,000 this week, that still would have made me happier than, or even if we made 100,000, like that right there made me happy, so happy. I told my mom about it. I sent screenshots to everybody I knew, because I was just like, I'm actually changing lives. Not only am I making money, not only are my clients happy with the leads we're getting, they're making money. Not only am I getting out of this rut I had myself in, but my employees are actually enjoying working with me, and they're also enjoying putting in the work. So that client appreciation is good. I spoke to my clients. I had one client that was, not client appreciation, I meant employee appreciation, but I had one employee that was working like $2 an hour. Like, when they did the amount of work they're putting, like 17, 18-hour days, I didn't know that, and they didn't want to tell me because they didn't want to put too much burden on me. Like, think about like how much your employees have to love you to be like that. And our head VA let me know about that, and I was like, bro, immediately we're raising prices, and we're going to also get him something, not raising prices, raising salary, and immediately we're going to get him someone that could help him. So he's going to get someone that could help him. Chris, my business partner, is very great with operations. So what he did is make all these great operations that we don't even need to train the new employees. That VA can train the new employee to do that, to help him out with the work without us even have to hop on calls. So that's good. Getting a new data scraper. Also leadership, working with, I have 3 sales guys. They're all like 20 something years old. I'm 19 years old. So it is, and then not only 19 years old managing them, all my other employees on operations are like 25 plus. So it's like grown folks that I'm hopping on calls with, giving them directions, leading them. That's been fun, but there's certain times where you get nervous, but you have to keep your mind focused on the goal, put their goals into your goal, and make your goal big enough for them. So tell one of my sales guys that, hey man, not only would you do this, you could eventually be the top sales guy or sales manager for this department when we have this department. Same thing with operations. You could be the top CSM, and then we would have 4 CSMs under you. Like, making their goals aligned with your goals and then compensating them well with that. and making it a safe space for them to communicate how things are going. So that was another one. Becoming a better sales manager. I know I touched on this last video, but I need to actually start tracking. I've started tracking a little bit, but tracking some more so that I become a better sales manager. I know the numbers, I know what's going on, and then also being in the roots with them, if that's the word. So some closers are not doing as well, maybe hopping on the calls that they didn't close, and then picking up on a call review call with all my closers, and then trying to close that person, show them how I would handle that. So retraining them, getting them fired up, good incentives. Also thinking of like competitions at the end of the week. I already know who's going to win, so that's probably the issue. I need to get like more balanced sales guys. But like competitions, if you close X amount, you get this much commissions, X, Y, and Z. So that's good on that point. I think for the most part, that's all I have to go over this week's overview. I am so happy. Thank you guys for watching this video. I got a lot of great comments from the last video, and I am scaling this company, and I'm doing it right in front of you guys. So I appreciate it. And at the end of the day, guys, know that this is nothing that I do by myself. This is all God, and I'm following his directions, and I'm working through what he's telling me to do and doing that every single day. And that's why I'm receiving these blessings. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. I'll see you guys.